Today we have with us a new friend joining in. She's Sri Vidya. So Vidya is in HR and she has 14 years of experience as an HR professional with good hands-on experience in the areas of recruitment, employee relation, and training and development and performance management as well. She's also associated with the organizations for providing HR services, business coaching, leadership mentoring. So she's also a psychological counselor. So we will be hearing Vidya. So welcome to our show, Vidya.
Thank you so much, and it's a good opportunity, great opportunity that I got a chance to talk to, and most of our friends, and few of their queries can be resolved. Yeah. So coming to my
That's very nice.
background,
So
I'm
about
a
your journey,
Yeah, so I have 14 years of experience, and initially I was into HR recruitment, or the generalistic role, the HR operations. So later in 2016, I started my own consultancy, V Global Consulting. So wherein we provide HR services to the clients, mid and small level companies, like the entire HR outsourcing is taken care by us. And of late, like I thought that even though people are having issues related to the jobs and careers, the first and foremost thing is they should have the right attitude, and some kind of counseling is required for everybody so that they can choose the right career. So that was the reason then I have got into psychology. Then I did my masters from IGNO, and at the same time I'm life coach and a business coach as well. So I help the candidates as well as the employer. So it's something like I bridge the gap between the both the ends. Yeah.
how do you manage so many things?
Yeah, see, it's all about the attitude. See, maybe HR, maybe counseling, whatever. End of the day, it's a mind game. So it is all about the attitude. Once our attitude is right, or maybe once our vision or focus is right, we can achieve whatever we want. So that is where I help in my clients or the candidates, or anybody whosoever is require my services. So I think
Okay.
this is more important.
So since we are talking about attitude, so the present generation, what do you think? How is their attitude towards searching jobs?
See, maybe 20 years back, the technology was very less. But now, the young generation have much clarity towards the goals. It is only that we just need to help them out. See, it is like maybe sometimes happens that because of peer pressure or parents' pressure, maybe we are not aware of so many courses, or what are the different streams of education available. Sometimes we choose something, but after some time, then we will understand what our actual skill set, and then we will choose our career path. So I think some kind of guidance, if at all the youngsters have, maybe be it at school level or the university or the college level, so it will be helpful for the students to choose their right career. But I think it's quite common these days that every school, college, universities have the coach or the psychological counselor, so that
Yeah.
they can understand what is actually required. Then we can actually see whatever skill set and whatever in interest area, and what is that profession that will really suit us.
Okay, that's a good thing. So, what do you advise to the present job seekers? Like, what advice would you like to give to them?
The present job seekers, only I'll advise is really focus on what you want. And if you're determined, you will get. But it's not that that somebody has done some XYZ course and we do that. I don't usually refer that, but stay focused, have keep your goal. So it's not that easy because market is very wide. After post COVID, the market has really opened up. There are a number of opportunities. It is only that we need to really focus on what we want and achieve the goal. It's like keep a target for yourself.
Okay.
And most of the times, one thing is we shouldn't get demotivated that we are not getting a job. So it happens, like
Yeah, sometimes it does happen with the
correct.
youngsters.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, how do you correlate, HR consultant and MA psychology?
See, that is what end of the day it is our the mind game, or maybe how we correlate ourselves with the current generation. It is not that we work with robots. End of the day
Yeah.
we are working with humans, so there is a human touch required at every stage. Maybe that maybe you're working in a XYZ organization. Until unless you don't get that human touch and motivation, we don't feel like doing, because we don't feel leave our emotions at the doorstep and walk into the office. We carry
Yes.
our personal baggage, we have our own issues at a personal life, and we carry all that. So
Yes.
it is that touch is required by the employers, so that people are motivated and they have that interest or zeal to work.
Okay. Now, since you're an HR, okay, if an employee is underperforming, for example, yeah, so how would you handle that situation, or how what you do you suggest to other HRs or anybody watching, our show?
Okay, so if somebody is underperforming, the first thing is what we have to do is we need to talk to the employee, understand whether they have the proper roles, responsibility, or the job description given. Once the job, in case if the job description is clear and the employee knows what has to be performed, then we need to talk to their peers or the reporting manager to really understand what is where are they actually lacking. See, nothing is Greek and Latin. Everything
Yes.
skills can be improved. It is only that we need to bridge the gap. Maybe there is some gaps or some areas of improvement. Then we can ask the HR or maybe the employer to give some proper training which is required. Maybe it's undergo some course. Maybe, for example, somebody is working in a BPO and they want, very good communication skills, and the communication skills have to be improved. Then we can suggest for some trainings or whatever is required so that they can improve. So
We can
it is
first
that
help
we need to
him.
do the gap analysis. Gap
Okay.
analysis is something which is required. So once the gap analysis is done, then we can relate their performance with the targets, and then we can do a regular performance review so that they also feel motivated and
Understood.
the energy levels are boosted.
So we can give them a one more opportunity, or so that performance. Okay. So I
Yeah,
have
exactly.
another question for you. Like, do you think it's important to include out of office activities to build a great culture for the employees?
See, out of office activities are required. That is what they called as icebreakers. Maybe when we are in the office for 8 or 9 hours, we are just busy with our own regular day-to-day works, and we have targets. We have, tight deadlines and all. So, out of office activities are required, wherein we just understand them personally. That is what we need to understand, right? We need to understand what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses,
Weaknesses.
what are the threats they feel they have, and what opportunities we can give. So these things happen actually out of the office, or maybe some kind of events we can also have in the offices also. Maybe weekend events or month end celebrations, maybe giving the pat on the back for the small achievements, that really matters a lot.
So that is how we get to know them personally as well when we interact with them out of office.
Right, right.
All right. So any
Exactly.
other experiences that you want to share with us, or talk to our audience about?
See, I can just tell a piece of advice. So, whosoever are maybe employers or employees, it is that, end of the day, employees work uh, for their betterment of the career. So, when we are standing from employer point of view, it is important that we need to also understand their mindset, or maybe we need to have that personal space where we have a direct talk with the subordinates, so that we really understand where they are and how are they performing. Are there any kind of trainings required for them, or any kind of assessment which has to be done, or interdepartmental changes are required, so that it will really help. For example, suppose I'm working in HR, just for an example, and
Okay.
maybe I'm good at employee engagement rather than talent acquisition. So then my manager can judge me and put me in employee engagement activities wherein I like it more. So that has to be really understood, and that can be only done with one-to-one discussion, or maybe a coach in the organization, or maybe a business coach. I think those people can really bridge the gap.
Those are really good points you have covered.
Yeah.
You're able to hear me, right?
Yes, yes, I'm able to hear you.
Okay. All right. So in today's generation, like, what do you think? Which is the highly demand field today for the career?
See, every field is equally important. It is only that it is our thing that we need to choose a right path, which really will no suit us. Maybe I'm an introvert, and if I choose marketing, I may not flourish in my career. So I need to choose a career which is suitable to my personality. Maybe I'm not an investigative kind of mentality, but I have chosen to go into any police field or anything, maybe a doctor field wherein investigation is required for a doctor to do. So I what I suggest the youngsters is choose career which is actually relevant to your personality, your likes, dislikes, your strengths and weaknesses. So this is the best advice I think, which I can give to the youngsters.
All right. So can you tell me anything about, the life you are also a life coach and a business coach, right? So how do
Yeah.
you help people in their personal life, or what it is?
Yeah. See, life coach is a coach where when we help them. See, it's not that it's we don't give any advices or suggestions to the people. It is that we help them to help themselves,
All right.
to get clarity on the things and how they want to go, how they want to achieve the targets, or maybe how they want to succeed in their personal or professional life, be it anything. It is that we just help and we have certain kind of discussions wherein they can open up. It's and one more important thing is we can help anybody until and unless they are very means determined that they want to change themselves.
So they should be ready to help themselves.
Exactly. They should be ready to help themselves, and we can just support, and they have to, take it forward.
So apart from being a HR and all, what are your other hobbies that you have?
Hobbies, I'm learning Carnatic music since the last 7 years. So whenever I have time, I attend music classes. So I have one of my friend, so she teaches me. So I do this, and I go for a walk whenever I get free time.
Wow, that's nice to know.
Yeah.
So do you have anything more to tell us, Vidya?
That's it. Like as of now, whatever career you want to choose, you just have a very correct direction. Means whatever you do, you just take time to analyze yourself. Give time for yourself. So that is only, you need to reflect your feelings, what you're feeling, how you're feeling, what is your goal. And today's generation, everybody are in the rat race and they don't give time for themselves. So it is important that you give time for yourself, understand what you're going through, what are your emotions, what is that really you want to achieve, what is that, your heart is saying. So accordingly, you take a call.
All right. It was really wonderful talking to you. So, friends, if you have any queries related to your job or anything, you can always, get in touch with Vidya.
Yeah,
She
I
would
have
help
a
you.
question. Yeah, we have a question from Azil Kumar Andamale. How
Well,
to
I'm not able to see the questions. If you're able to see, please go ahead and answer them.
how to help them to bring out their full potential for their organizational growth, about manpower through. Yeah. So, if I have understood your question correctly, sir, it is that how can we bring the manpower to help the organization to grow. So HR plays a very important role in the organization to fulfill the requirements, and at the same time, if the organization is very focused to fill certain manpower, I strongly suggest that HR and the organization should take things on priority, so that we call the candidates. And sometimes what happens is most of the organizations give the requirements, and they give the requirement, it is kept on hold, and people doesn't have clarity whether the position will get closed or they get the job or not. So what I feel is we should keep a turnaround time, maybe 15 days time, so that even we do the job postings and we call the candidates for the interview, they attend the interview, and we should tell whether they're selected or rejected, and we shouldn't keep them hanging so that they are like in middle of the ocean. So whatever is there, we should give them the clarity, so that if not this, they search other one. And for us, for the employer point of view, if not this candidate, we'll have other candidate. So we should keep tight deadlines. Until unless we don't keep deadlines, it is very difficult for them and us to keep everything up in the air.
I hope Hazel, she has answered your query. Okay, he replied, I guess, saying yes, you are correct, ma'am.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't I don't think we have any more questions here. All right. So Vidya, it was really wonderful talking to you. If we have any more questions that pops up, do reply to them.
Sure, definitely.
All right. Thank you so much for watching our show, and thank you so much for joining Work TV. Have a beautiful day, Vidya.
Thank you, same to you.
Bye bye.